Nearly 40 million Americans have diabetes, nearly half of which are people with type 2 diabetes age 65 or older. Managing the condition with the latest diabetes tech is crucial. Medicare has expanded its coverage to help, but less than half of those who qualify know about it. Tonight, Dr. Mahmood Kazemi is the Chief Medical Officer for Abbott's Diabetes Care and Business, and Fran is a Medicare beneficiary who lives with diabetes. They are here with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Dr. Kazemi, someone with diabetes needs to know their glucose levels. What kind of challenges do people with diabetes face daily when it comes to keeping those levels in a healthy range?
Well, diabetes is a complex health condition, and it really involves how the body processes fuel into energy, and this involves the hormone insulin. So in diabetes, either the body is not producing enough insulin, or the insulin that it is producing is not being used efficiently. And unfortunately, the symptoms of diabetes can often be mistaken for those of normal aging. So in fact, what can happen there is that individuals can have, for example, worsening vision, or they can have the need to go to the bathroom frequently and mistake these as simply signs of aging when in fact they are also symptoms of diabetes. So it's really important to be screened for diabetes by talking to your healthcare provider, and also to know that we have technologies like continuous glucose monitors, or CGMs, that can really improve the quality of life for people living with diabetes.
So tell us a little bit about those continuous glucose monitors.
So continuous glucose monitors, or CGMs, have been available for 20 years, but these are not being used by, essentially the majority of people. They're really being used by only less than 10% of people living with diabetes. And in the case of the Freestyle Libre sensors, some of these can be worn on up to 15 days. They're usually on the back of the arm, and they are measuring the glucose continuously and sending this information to either a smartphone app or a reader. Some of these sensors can be also quite small, the size of 2 stacked pennies, so they're very discreet. And with this information, with the glucose information, individuals living with diabetes can make more informed decisions around their activity, around their food, and around their medication. So they're really an important part of diabetes management.
Fran, you have experience with diabetes and CGMs. Can you share a little bit more?
Well, I'll tell you that when I was first diagnosed with diabetes, like so many people my age, I was in denial, and at times it felt overwhelming. Once I started using my CGM, I felt it was life-changing. It gives me information, and it helps me make smart choices about what I eat, about the activities I engage in. And gosh, my husband and I like to travel, but we're not afraid to go anywhere at any time because I have a CGM.
So there's been a change in Medicare that means more seniors living with diabetes can use the continuous glucose monitors. Right, doctor? What does that change for everything?
That's right. So in April of 2023, Medicare changed the eligibility criteria. So now individuals who are on Medicare and who are using insulin of any form, or who have problematic low glucose levels, can access continuous glucose monitoring technology. But we know that less than half of those who are eligible are actually aware that they're eligible, and that includes their healthcare providers. So that's part of the reason why Fran and I are here today, to raise awareness. And does that number surprise you at all, Fran?
Oh, no, it doesn't surprise me in the least. Several people with diabetes and even healthcare workers really don't realize that this device is being covered by Medicare. People see my CGM on my arm and ask me about it all the time. And I tell them the knowledge that it gives me is powerful, and I use it every day. I also encourage them, talk to your doctor, find out if you're eligible.
Where can we go to get a little more information on all of this?
So I would encourage individuals who are Medicare beneficiaries to speak with their Medicare plan. They would be able to tell them if they're eligible for this technology, and also they can visit the myfreestyle.com website where they can learn more.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back with Spirit Day.
The preceding portion of Good Day Stateline was sponsored by KEF Media.